There are many mysteries in the world. Despite tremendous scientific advancements, we humans remain ignorant of many things around us. What appears stranger to us than the place we dwell on is the ocean, which is home to countless tales, legends, and secrets. While scientists have solved several of these mysteries, many more remain unsolved. The intriguing oceanic realm includes lost towns, secret riches, and enigmatic ships. Today we'll talk about the Lost City of Atlantis. Stay tuned and watch the video till the end. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you are new here. The Lost City of Atlantis, originally referenced by the ancient Greek philosopher Plato over 300 years ago, is considered one of the world's oldest and greatest mysteries. Plato claims that the idyllic island kingdom existed 9,000 years before his time and inexplicably vanished one day. This city, famous for being the display of all worldly delights in the globe, is as mysterious as it is seductive. Even after years of inquiry, the precise truth of this city has yet to be discovered, adding to all the legend around it. Continue reading to discover what makes this city so intriguing. Number 1. Where is Atlantis, the mysterious location? The most perplexing issue for all scientists is the location of Atlantis. According to the stories, the city sank into the sea as a consequence of an earthquake or tsunami. He described Atlantis as a massive island near the Rock of Gibraltar, complete with a Poseidon statue, round fortifications, and streams. Plato went on to say that the city under the water should have been located someplace in the Atlantic Ocean. However, no such hamlet on the ocean floor has been discovered using current technologies. While some hypotheses stated that Atlantis was situated in the Mediterranean, off the coast of Spain, others speculated that it may possibly lie beneath Antarctica. For a long time, the Azores were thought to be the location of Atlantis. However, a fresh study has identified a new location, and experts are certain that Atlantis may be discovered near Cadiz, somewhere between the oceans of Spain and Morocco. The degree to which this narrative is true is a mystery in of itself. Questions like where is Atlantis? And does it even exist? Remain unanswered. However, until the reality underneath it is fully revealed, the world will continue to speculate about the existence of the greatest metropolis of all time. Number 2. The unknown size of the giant city. For the ocean, there was at that time navigable, for in front of the mouth which you Greeks call, as you say, the Pillars of Heracles, there lay an island which was larger than Libya and Asia together, and it was possible for the travelers of that time to cross from it to the other islands, and from the islands to the whole of the continent over against them which encompasses that veritable ocean, Plato wrote. Tertullian, an early Christian author who thought Atlantis previously existed in the Atlantic Ocean, agreed with Plato on the size of the island, saying it would be larger than Libya and Asia combined. Since many others advocated locating Atlantis in the Mediterranean Sea, narrations have emerged increasing the city's size to Crete, Greece's biggest island. However, in many myths written after Plato's time, Atlantis was represented as a massive metropolis with no mention of its size. The American Christian mystic Edgar Cayce proposed that Atlantis and Eurasia were the same sizes. Number 3. Tale of God's Love. Poseidon, the Greek god of the sea, storms, and earthquakes, is said to have founded the city of Atlantis after falling in love with a human woman called Cleito. According to the narrative, Poseidon established Atlantis. In order to keep her safe, he established this city on a hill on a remote island in the middle of the ocean and gave it the name Atlantis. Poseidon embarked on a journey across the world in search of the biggest island. When he finally arrived in Atlantis, the largest of all the islands, he found that it was populated by people who were more beautiful and intelligent than the inhabitants in any other part of the world. There, he became acquainted with a woman called Cleito and fell in love with her. Number 4. The Captivation Palace. Poseidon's new residence in the city of Atlantis for his love was encircled by rings of water and land. 5 tunnels linked the 5 rings of water to the earth, while a large canal connected the outer rings of water to the ocean. Ships could pass via the tunnels, and every approach to the city was secured by gates and towers. Furthermore, the wall that surrounded the rings was made of red, white, and black sandstone and was embellished with precious metals. Meanwhile, Another hill known as the Hill of Plato is said to be where Poseidon enchanted his bride since he questioned her fidelity. This hill was ringed by massive moats and pillars. Number 5. The Golden Statue of Poseidon. According to the myth, Plato and Poseidon were responsible for the birth of 10 sets of twin boys, with Atlas being the eldest of the bunch. The beautiful city was handed down to the 10 sons, and the first child, Atlas, went on to become the very first ruler of Atlantis. However, it is believed that they also built a large temple for their father, replete with a colossal statue of Poseidon riding a chariot that was pulled by winged horses. This temple is believed to have been built in the area of the Aegean Sea. The statue was constructed completely out of gold, and it was placed inside of a temple that had a spiral dome that was so high that clouds drifted in between the spirals of the dome. Number 6. The self-sufficient and prosperous city. It is stated that Atlantis, the lush and beautiful city where half gods and half humans resided, was an autonomous zone where people cultivated their food and kept animals. The city's farmers used to cultivate crops in the fertile plains on the city's outskirts using an irrigation system that was kept in good working order in the past. In addition to that, they constructed some very gorgeous homes and other buildings out of black and red stone. They also had access to uncommon metals and even alloys like brass, made significant use of crystals for both pleasure and scientific investigation, and had lots of spare time to experiment with volcanoes. Number 7. Rising of Atlantis. The only things that are known about the city are the myths and tales that surround it, such as the story of the city of Atlantis that was lost. Edgar Cayce's findings each have their own unique narrative that may be told among historians and other academics. Edgar Cayce had the belief that the sun will eventually emerge from the ocean and reveal the location of the long, lost city. He predicted that a new landmass will emerge in the Atlantic Ocean, east of the coast of North America. In addition to this, he said that the souls of a vast number of Atlanteans were now reincarnating in the United States of America in order to inaugurate a new era of heightened human consciousness. Number 8. Atlantis Extraterrestrial Connection. Extraterrestrials from the Lyrian solar system are said to have been the first people to settle in the fabled city of Atlantis when they landed there some 50,000 years ago. This is according to the tale. Their average lifespan is claimed to have been 800 years, making them strong prototypes of the existing human species at the time. Despite the fact that they were substantially taller and fairer than the typical human being living now, they also had a shorter average lifespan. Number 9. Exceptional powers of Atlanteans. The people who lived in Atlantis City are said to have extraordinary abilities such as the ability to control the weather and influence volcanic eruptions. This is despite the fact that some people believe that the lost city of Atlantis existed on Mars or was simply a colony of an extraterrestrial civilization. Some stories suggest that they were also in possession of a device that gave them the ability to pull energy from both the past and the future. Others contend that the account is nothing more than a fictional picture of a brutal way of life, despite the fact that the myth asserts that the inhabitants of Atlantis City were superior animals. Number 10. A fable based on actual events? Multiple pieces of study point to the fact that the narrative of the lost city of Atlantis is founded on actual events, despite the fact that many people are still under the impression that it is a hoax. Ocean explorer Robert Ballard is certain that the narrative is accurate since it is analogous to a big volcanic eruption that took place on the island of Santorini, which is located in the Aegean Sea. According to Ballard, a highly advanced civilization once flourished there, but it mysteriously disappeared in a manner similar to that of Atlantis. Plato's assertion that there was once a continent in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean is corroborated by Ignatius Donnelly's research into the area. As the argument went on, a few scholars contended that this utopian kingdom was really a whole continent located off the coast of the Bahamas, and that it was finally swallowed by the Bermuda Triangle. This theory was advanced as the disagreement continued. At the same time, another group put out the idea that what we know of as contemporary Antarctica is really an improved version of Atlantis. In the meanwhile, James Romm, a professor at Bard College in Annandale, New York, asserts that Plato conceived of the tale in order to communicate some of his philosophical concepts, mainly about his ideal society. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Share your thoughts on this video in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We'll see you in the next video.